see that, man. And so, like, this movie Fallout, as we said, it's a continuation of Rogue Nation. And it's sort of and it ends with like the idea of so still really get the action gets going around this plutonium.
Yeah.
So the plutonium, and then we find out that the syndicate has now, as you said in the opening, have now become the apostles, right?
Yes.
And they're still like out there trying to create as much mayhem as
Chaos.
possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think what is it? The greater the suffering, the greater
The peace.
the greater the peace, right? And that's the agenda that they're pushing in it. And right away, kind of like the IMF gets involved in it, and then you have the CIA, which I like how they built up the CIA from the last one, from Rogue
Yeah.
Nation, as a sort of a frenemy of the IMF,
Mm.
like kind of like you, but not really, really
Yeah.
kind of thing. So I like how they continued that storyline. But one of the main things about this film, which is I think one of the seminal parts of the Ethan Hunt character, is this idea that he will always try to save
Yes.
one person, if because he believes he can do save the one person and then save the world at the same
Hmm.
time. And in this movie, he does it in the scene where the plutonium is on the line. He decides to save Ving Rhames' character instead of like just getting the plutonium.
And that's the thing too. I know I've raised this question a lot, but it is about loyalty. It's about
Yeah.
commitment and trust.
Hmm.
And they're more than just a team. They're more than just partners in the field.
Yeah.
These individuals are now a family. They're all that
Yeah.
they have because the life that they left behind no longer exists for them.
Yeah.
And I think it's that paternal instinct that Ethan has for the team, where he tells them, "Look, your life will mean more to me than my own life." And you
Yeah.
can see that he lives by those words. It's not just a mantra or something that he just says, some empty rhetoric. No, he stands behind that.
Yeah, and Ving Rhames' character in this movie, and it just drew a blank on it what the character's name is in the film, but
Luther.
um,
Luther's
Luther, yeah, Luther. Luther is really important to the Ethan Hunt character because Luther's the one that you buy him when he says like, I'm your friend,"
yeah.
and when he tells Ilsa like, "Hey, there's two women that Ethan really cared about, right?
Yeah.
You and obviously his wife." And you buy him telling her that story.
Yeah.
So, like you said, like that character is important because and it'll be interesting to see like how this all lands with the end of these films. But even through all these movies, they haven't really done a lot with telling you like how Ethan Hunt got to be Ethan Hunt. Like,
Uh,
what are those circumstances? But you buy the way that the people feel about him and how that tell informs you as the audience about who he is as a character.